Hello everyone, this is Ankur Malviya. Welcome to a new session from Automation Minders. So in this session, I'm going to show you one of the good website named as DoTestHere.com, and this is having HTTPS certification, and there is no commercial advertisement here. There is nothing is going to save by the user. This website is created by me, and here this is free for everyone. So why this website you have to use, where you can use this website, what all features are there in this particular portal, I will show you in this video. So I will give you one real-time example. Let's say a person, those who are new into automation or in the manual testing, or those who are experienced person, you know, if they want some mock data to be, test as a test data. So they usually what we will do the Google search, and we will see that what are all web elements, which website we can use for our test data, for testing, for getting hands-on experience and other things and all. And let's say if you want to do API testing, we really struggle to find some portal where we can go and find free APIs, so that we can use those API for our testing. Let's say we want to use Postman tool for doing API testing, but I want some test data so that I can get I can do different HTTPS methods call and all. So these struggles I have seen, literally I have seen in my personal life. So to overcome all this struggle, what I did, actually I created a website. In this website you will see all these flavors all together in this website, and that is 100% free. Okay, no need to do any subscription or nothing you need to do. You can come here, you can do your hands on, and that's all. Okay, so let me start from here. I will give you the walkthrough on this. So this particular website is having basically three main tabs. You can see web elements, API testing, and manual testing. Okay, I will tell you one by one. So this web element is something, as I just talked about. If we created, let's say if we created some framework, automation framework, either Selenium, Playwright, or any other other way of doing automation, and we created a function. Let's say we created a function to to come here and do check in, check out. Okay, so that function to test that particular method, to test that particular script, we can use this website. You can see this is checkbox, and this checkbox you can see do check in, check out. Okay, similarly if you want to check the hover functionality, you can do the context click and all other things you can do here and do the testing. Similarly, let's say shadow DOM is there. Okay, so shadow DOM, this is what Chrome, right? So let me show you at the DOM level. So now you can see this particular web element is not inside the shadow DOM, but as soon as you hit on that, you will be going to see this particular web element, this button under the shadow rule. Okay, so usually in real-time scenario it is very challenging to utilize to inspect shadow DOM element and inspect that element, and again on top of that you need to do some kind of operation, click operation, inspect operation, inner text, whatever it is there. So you can use this website. You, as soon as you hit it, you will see this alert box, alert pop-up, and you can get the information. Similarly, the other information, let me show you the key press one. Okay, so let's say you enter A, and what if you enter A from keyboard, you can see this A text has been entered. If I want to enter from the space, so I will don't say. Similarly, if I enter button on my I'm using Mac, so I entered return, but it is returning a enter button. Usually normally we are using Windows, right? So if I enter plus shift, whatever all thing I'm hitting from my keyboard, it is showing me. Okay, similarly this one is also there. Let's say I write something here. Let's say I write demo. Okay, I want to inspect it, so I want it to bold it, I can do it. I want it to do italic, I can make it italic. Okay, I want it to do underline, I can do it underline. Okay, all these things are there. Okay, and let me show you drop down as well. So this is, again, let me close this down, and you can see from drop down option 1, option 2 is there. Okay, now this is amazing thing. Basically you on particular this website, you will see 35 plus different type of web elements. You can go and check your way of how you're doing the testing and all, basic authentication, and let's say if you want to dynamic loading, if you want to check the dynamic loading functionality, how it will work and all. Okay, So if you hit again, next time it will go and give you some other thing. Okay, so multiple windows as well, you can get multiple windows by using this feature. So this is good actually. You can go and come here, let's say, but if I'm a new user, I wanted to know what we automate multiple windows, what I need to do, what all commands are there to utilize in Selenium or in Playwright. So for that, you can see there is a help button. It is available in all type of web elements. Okay, so what I need to do, so let me open here. So what I need to do, I need to click on that. So as soon as I click on that, it will give you a hint how to do that. So it is suggesting you for Selenium Java. Okay, so here I given the two flavors, Selenium with Java and Playwright with Python. Okay, just for there is no standard rule, I just given in this way. So first what we need to do, we need to save the original window. So for that, what we need to do in Selenium, driver dot get window handle. Okay, it will give you the original window information. After that, what we need to do, since we have to click here, then only all different windows will get open. So first we need to inspect here, click here. You can see by using link text, you can use this click here, and this is a kind of inspecting web element, and you can do click operation here, click method. And after that, once you have that click operation, what are all windows has been opened up, you can get that information by using called driver.get window windows handlers. Okay, handles. Okay, so all those you can store here with the set of string return type. And by using this loop, you can fetch one window, and you can do the operation what you want. Actually, if it is not the original window, what you need to do, you need to go and switch to that particular window. And after that, if you want to add some more thing, let's say you want to fetch some data, you want to hit some web element there and all, and you can break and come out from that. Okay, similarly in Playwright, what is the way, the Playwright we need to use this way. Okay, page dot click and text click here. As soon as we click on that, we'll see the new page of we can store here new page, and on the new page you can do other operations. Let's say new page dot locator, you provide the XPath and do the click. Even new page dot click also you can use. So what are all post operations you need to do, you can do it here. So this is a way how you can interact with the different web elements from here. So this is a kind of it is also providing you a platform where you can do your testing, and also it is giving you way how to do that. Okay, so I believe that is a good thing, but please let me know by commenting me whether it will helpful to you or not. Okay, so this is in beta version, but if you see some bugs and all, please report it to me. That will be helpful. I will fix it here. Then next I will come to API testing page. So in API testing, so there are different type of HTTPS methods I have provided here with free APIs. So as you can see, for get API, you can see this is a get API URL. Okay, let me show you. You can directly once you hit this URL from your automation framework, either you are using REST assured or request from Python library, Python and all, or either you can using Postman, you can use this get API URL and you can get the response. So let me show you from the browser level. So as soon as I hit this URL, I will see this it has been hit by, and server has given this response. Okay, so there are, this is a value, ID, email, first name, last name, and what are all other things are there. Okay, and either you can come here and you can do the test. It is just a simple what we can say, a prototype of that, but the right way you can use this API and use on your tool. Okay, similarly you can do the get API for a specific call. Similarly, if you want to do post call, if you want to create new resource at the server, you can do that. Okay, similarly put call, if you want to update something, if you want to delete some resource, you can do this and all. Okay, and accordingly you will see some status code and response body, whatever you wanted to validate. So I explained web elements, I explained API testing. So these two, I believe this is most of the time user will be struggle to get all things in one portal, and this website definitely it will help you to do not struggle in that way. Directly come here and do your testing. Okay, now coming to the manual testing lab. So as soon as I hit here, the other two tabs will be disabled. I make this intentionally because I will tell you later. Okay, so what this manual testing lab page is about. Okay, so this is something where the real time scenarios user are, if I'm a QA, I'm having good number of years of experience. Let's say I'm having a fresher, I'm having 2 years of experience or 1 year of experience, and even whatever all deliverables I'm doing right now at my present company. Apart from that, I want some portal where I can explore many things. I just want to test myself whether I am good to write test scenarios for different type of feature or not, whether I am comfortable to find defect as number of defect, proper defect, potential defect properly or not. So this website will help you, because this particular page I made it initially many things incorrect, so that you can use your wisdom and you can write your own test scenarios. Okay, so on the left hand side you can see, this is test scenario exploration, this is bug hunt hub, I will explain later in depth. This is practical table where you can do all, you can compile all things here and do that. This is a reference data. Okay, I will tell you what is this and all. So this is test page. The test page is the kind of demo page or mock page for different kind of varieties of where all pages you need to do testing and all. This is some kind of mock data. I did not cover everything, but I tried to cover maximum thing here. Let's say I want some page where we have some button. Let's say toggle state is there, so toggle state button is properly working or not, what happens when we do click on that. If we are hitting some button and counter is working, so counter number are properly incremental, decremental or not. Okay, let's say if we have model, open model, or model, particular model or alert page is particular properly coming properly or not. Okay, so those things we can get it. Okay, so alert as well. Okay, so see, this button is disabled because this is a bug. You need to identify that bug and you need to report. So that's your testing basically. So let me show you here. Let me refresh the screen. Let me now explain it one by one. Okay, so let me start from the test pages. Okay, so as we can see, if you on this test page, you can see all these type of different type of test pages all together on one screen. Okay, 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 I disabled that, sorry for that. So this is good actually. If you hit on general testing, you can get the general testing page. If you hit on this blur text feature, you will get only that one. Okay, so let me explain one by one. This is general testing. Usually we have some kind of forms, registration forms and all. So and usually registration forms is having a standard feature. Let's say you need to enter the full name, email ID, phone number, postal code, country and other things, state and all. Okay, so again it is just a random format, and you need to put the unit price. Okay, if you want to give 100% discount, so what it can be the value. Yeah, once you enter everything, if you want to do the calculation is happening properly or not. If you want to submit, it is submitting or not. So there is no submit is happening at the back end. It's just for your understanding. Okay, so there is no data is going to get saved. It is just a kind of what we can say, a dummy button. Okay, this is a reset form is properly, you will get reset and all. Okay, so if you see this page, if you are good with testing, you will directly start and write your own scenarios, positive scenario, negative scenario, corner scenario, what all scenarios can be there for this page, you can write it. If you don't have much idea, you can have the information idea, the test scenarios writing idea from here. So let's say form validation, what are all positive test scenarios can be there. So what can be the scenario, all required fields validate correctly. Let's say if I wanted to enter full name, I should be able to write my name here. Okay, let's say my name is Ankur Malviya, so this particular window should allow me to enter everything. It is not like it will not, I'm not going to enter y and other things. But again, there are again corner scenarios. If I enter 1 2 3, it should not allow me to enter 1 2 3, but it is allowing me. So what kind of scenario you need to write to validate that one? If it is a defect, then you need to mention the defect. Similarly, email address, let's say I want to email addresses DoTestHere.com. Okay, so without domain name, if allow me to submit or not. If it is allow me to submit, then that's a defect. Okay, then that you need to write, then only you can identify those as a defect. Okay, so So this, what is negative scenario, what is corner case scenario, okay. And these things, this is just a hint for you, this is just for reference what are all scenarios you can write, okay. This way you can get an idea the what kind of page it will looks like, okay. Let me show you one more thing. I just showed you, but I will show you here. So yeah, so here you can see, let's say we have a good UI, and there are some layout is happening. So you can see all layouts are properly here, okay. But this is something bigger than these four, right? So we should have proper scenario to identify these two things, okay. So even, and I have given one more flexibility here. User can go and increase and decrease the size of that web element spacing and other things, okay. So let me do that, and I need to submit apply layout, so you can do that. I want to give me decrease the grid size, you can do it at, okay. I need to decrease the element spacing, I can do that, okay. So this is just a user, as per the user, they himself can go and do the all these things and start writing scenarios, okay. Center, left, right, justify, okay. All these things you can do that. Reset layout, you can do the reset and all, okay. So test alignment, all these things you can do it here, okay. So as soon as you do all this stuff, and you can write your own scenario again for your reference. If you want to take help, you can come here and take the reference. Let's say if I want to write positive scenario here, so what can be the name of test scenario, what can be the right test scenario for that. Let's say grid system consideration, what is the expected outcome here, all grid elements are aligned properly across different screen size, okay. And go just you can use this and you can write your own scenarios, okay. So let me give one more thing here. Let's say this is again the testing accessibility accessibility testing is also important. Let's say if I'm using tab functionality is properly working or not. If I'm using shift tab, I'm going to back or not properly, okay. So, and let's say if I wrote something here, what is the contrast level of that, whether user is able to see it properly or not. So there should be no accessibility there, so it should be visible, it should be properly visible for all kind of user, okay. So overall accessibility test kind perspective scenarios will be there. You can do have some kind of observation, you can do it here. Now coming to you again the boundary level condition testing and other things you can do. Let's say my age, it should allow me to enter age from 1 to 120. I made it 120, okay, but it should not allow me to enter 200, but it is allowing me to enter 200. So if it is happening, then what should be the error it is coming? So error should be like cannot read properties or whatever it is there, okay. So we need to see what are all things are there. See here, the username, the age should be rejected above maximum. So all these things you need to write, you need to get as a defect only when you can have the proper scenarios available, okay. Now coming to the top, so scenario exploration is something, it is for your reference, okay. This is just a card, there is no navigation at when you click on that, it is just a card. So there are happy scenarios, there are negative scenarios, there are corner scenarios, and this is a kind of what we can say dictionary for you. You can get some idea what are all type of scenarios will be there. Let's say what are all scenarios are highlighted in yellow, right? They are all negative scenario. And what are all highlighted in red, that they are all corner case scenario. I did not write anything, I just wanted to have some distinction, but you need to understand when you go through that, okay. So let's say I wanted to do login functionality test, okay. So this is just a reference for you. You need to for user login, you need to use this description, use authentication and valid credential, and you need to write your own test scenarios, okay. And once you write a test scenario, you can use this forum and you can do the exploration whether you find some defect or not. Similarly, the product search, let's say some e-commerce application there, and the search functionality is working for the product or properly or not. Let's say user profile, you are able to edit your user profile or not, update your user profile or not. Let's say, let's take some negative scenario. So let's say I'm putting the invalid login credential. If even if I'm putting invalid login credential, it will allow me to proceed login or not, okay. take the corner case scenario. Let's say session timeout is there, okay, or network interruption is there, okay. So in that condition, how that particular portal behaves, okay, all these things are there. And if you want to write scenario, you can use your XLS file, or you can use a notepad, you can use your copy pen to write. But there is one more thing I have given here, that is called click here. You can see click for testing inspiration. So what is this feature is about? As soon as you hit on this is a standard way. This is anonymous, the scenario, it is standard for all. This is default actually. You can get the testing suggestions. Let's say I'm a user, I wanted to write test scenario. So what I have to think, what I have to ask question to me while writing scenarios. So this will help you. Let's say testing suggestion, think about what could go wrong in this scenario, so that you can write the proper scenario. Again, consider edge case scenario and boundary condition. Let's say I just showed you, right, age should be between 1 to 120, right, it should not be before and beyond to that. Test with invalid and unexpected input. So verify error handling and user feedback, test performance under various conditions. So all these are standard suggestions, okay. So this is uniform to all basically. Again, while writing scenario, while raising the defect, you need to ask some questions. What happened when things go wrong? How does the system handle the errors? All these things you need to ask, okay. So now again, there is one more thing. There is a button, you can see add this to practice table. What is this practice table? This is a practice table, right? So this practice table is now empty, there is nothing here, okay. And it will, for now, it is not allow you to submit, it is not allow you to add row, it is not allowed to download your table and other thing. Only one thing is working, which is show comparison. I will show you, but I will make it enable in upcoming version of this portal, but for now it is disabled, okay. It is just a dummy button. So let me come here again. So let's say I want to do testing of user registration. What I need to do, I need to hit on that, and as soon as I hit this one, it will get added to this practice table. You can see this particular row has been added. Similarly, I wanted to use one negative scenario, okay, so SQL injection and all. So this will also get added here, you can see. Let me take one more thing. Let me take one accessibility one as well. So you can see there are 3 rows are here now. So why how this feature, this will be helpful to you. So this is a practice table. So now you can use this table as an Excel sheet. This is a kind of test scenario for it is a replica of real-time test scenario sheet, where user first, as a QA, what we need to do, what we need to understand the business requirement first of all. As soon as we understand the business requirement properly, the second the next task is to write those thing in scenario part. As soon as we write properly scenario with proper test steps, we have to get it reviewed from the business, get it approved. Once it get approved, we can start testing as soon as the development done and the code is in our testing instance, okay. So how you can write those scenario, other things that you can get it here. Let's see user registration. So what I need to do, the first step should be enter URL, okay. Let's say DoTestHere.com, okay. So second point is hit on home button, okay. All so you need to write all those steps. So as soon as you hit on home button, you should see the forms appear on that, other things and other things will write it. So expected outcome is so as soon as you hit on the home button and forms, so forms should be visible to users, okay. So that you need to do, okay. So what kind of scenario it can be functional, it can be security, it can be anything, right? What smoke testing, sanity testing, what all things are there. So once you write the scenario, you can do the same stuff for other things. You can increase and decrease the screen size of that, okay. Once you've written the scenario, once you start testing, you can you can write your actual outcomes. Let's say the actual outcome is forms are not opening, for example. Then that's a defect, right? So this defect can be S1, S2, S3. What is S1, S2, S3, right? So S1 is very critical, which is impacting business functionality. It's a kind of blocker for proceeding the business expected flow. S3 is medium, and S5 is cosmetic. Even though the defect is there, business logic is business flow is not impacting. Similarly, once let's say I wanted to raise it for S2, and now again for S2 defect, when we want this to get fixed by the developer, if it is really impacting the business and all other things, so definitely we have to resolve as soon as possible. So it should be P1. If we are not hurry, even though the severity of defect is very high, we can get it resolved after some more sprint, or after a few more days. So we can put it at P4, P5. So similarly, you will get an idea how to put the defect severity, priority and all. Similarly, you can write the defect number. Let's say defect number is 1, whatever it is there, the proper defect. Let's say defect this is August 31. The way how we are going, defining the defects and all. Okay, that we're going to. So again, once you write the defect, definitely in the new state you cannot mark it as that. So you can make it as that not executed, and you can share it with business. Okay, it is just a understanding. Once you are going to analyze that the developer fix the defect, once the and you are going to analyze, you find that it is not pass, you can mark it as failed. If it is pass, you can mark it as pass. Okay, if it is even blocker, so you can make it as blocked. Okay, so now as I mentioned, these three buttons are not working, four buttons, only comparison is there. So as soon as you do hit on this comparison, you will get some standard expected results for that. Let's say this is a test step, so what can be the standard? So expected can be like, it is just a standard reply. So you can see that what should be there in test step. So it should be clear, it should be step by step instruction that are easy to follow and reproduce. Each step should be numbered and specific. Similarly, if you want to put some severities, what could be, I put the severity S2 and priority P2, P5. Okay, so you can see S1, S2 and other things. Okay, this is for the first scenario. So similarly, this is for second scenario, this is for third scenario. This is a standard expected outcome. But if you want actual what should be there as expected, so for that there is a page called bug hunt. Bug hunt hub, it's the same, similar to that, but it is specific to bug part. Yeah, as you can see these from these cards. Okay, so let's say there is some e-commerce checkout payment processing application. Okay, and user is able to check out without payment validation. Definitely it's a kind of S1 bug, right? So what can be the scenario you need to write, you can write it. What can be the expected outcome, you can get it there. If it is a bug, then definitely you need to put the actual thing. Okay, all these things. Similarly, what are all S2, what can be the S3 defects, what are all other things are there, you can get it from here. Now let's say do the hands-on. So as soon as you hit on this button, investigate this bug, you will see this page here. Okay, in this page, this you can first you need to read the description of that scenario, what this scenario is about. Okay, once you identify the scenario, if you are writing the defect, so what can be the defect? It can be, is it a vulnerability defect, or it is a performance defect, or it's a data integration defect? Okay, so this is security part, right? So what are all things? Let me put it here as a security vulnerability. Okay, so now I'm going to writing user should not be able to proceed without payment validation. Okay, so I mentioned it properly. This is my expected result, but what is happening? User was able to proceed without payment validation, then that's a bug. This will be kind of S1 bug. So we know this is S1, but let me intentionally put it S2. Okay, and priority I'm taking it as P1. Okay, again the description I can write, so you can put description properly. I'm just writing this one as well. Okay, this is an let me put it in this one. This in test instance, the user was able to proceed without validation and all. Okay, So if I hit clear form, it will get clear. Okay, but now I wanted to see whether whatever I have written is proper or not. So it will give you actual expected one. So as soon as I hit on this show comparison, it will give you the actual thing. So I put type of bug is security, this is fine. Okay, so please ignore the red one just for your focus. It is not like you did the wrong. Okay, it will be always a red one, red and brown. Okay, but now if you see the expected result, I have written only one line, but it is good to have such kind of proper explanation. Payment validation should reject invalid card and prevent order completion. System should display clear error message for payment failures and require valid payment before order submission. So it should be your proper expected result. Then only if someone other than you is going to read these, that will be giving them the good understanding. Similarly, what is happening in actual orders complete successfully even with the invalid payment information. Okay. Second line, confirmation email are sent and inventory is reserved. Okay, creating potential revenue loss and inventory management issues. Okay, so this is a very severity bug. So what I did actually in that time, I put the severity as S2, but what is expected as 1, and what I put the P1 as a priority, so it is fine. Similarly, in detailed bug description, you need to enter everything, how to replicate, and so you can see system has given you properly thing. Complete the entire checkout flow using an invalid credit card with this number 000, expired card, empty payment field. The system should validate payment before processing the order. Okay, so this is one thing. So if I hit clear, it will clear the form. If I hit view reference, it will navigate us to reference data. Okay, what is reference data? Basically, reference data is a kind of catalog for you. It's a kind of reference data for you where you can come and get all what are all scenarios are there on this page, right? Scenarios and bug, you will get all together. Let's say I wanted to see bug hunt page. If error page design is there, so what can be my scenario, what can be my expected outcome, if what kind type of bug it can be. This is UI bug, right? UI UX. So what can be severity I need to put, what should be the priority I need to put for that bug. So let's say there is a e-commerce application scenario, so what can be the thing and all. So if there is a defect, so what should be the defect priority severity I need to put it. Okay, so this is just a for your practice page, and you may see a lot of things, right? Let's say some counter watch is coming and all. This is just for understanding, there is no linkage, but it will give you some good idea. Okay, so how much time it required, it will get reset if you're going to navigate to new page and all. But for a specific, let's say I was there right before here, so I till now it 15 minutes passed, so it will give you some counter clock. So I was there in general testing as well, so 20 minutes passed. But if I did not go to this page, right, I think I gone to table and table testing and list page, I did not went, right? So if I hit here, I will see 0 here. Okay, so it will keep some memory, but never mind about this part. Okay, this is not a part of this page, this is just an additional. I will do add on in the upcoming releases of this web portal. Okay, now there are few things you need to please make sure. So and on this page, intentionally I gave lot of mismatch things. Let's say if you see here, right, this line is there. Okay, so this you need to understand, is this a bug, is this a scenario, how to write scenario for this so that you can identify the bug and all. Okay, similarly, let me show you one more thing. Okay, see here there are demo area, right? So let's say I wanted to use some border style and all, so you can do testing and all. So don't come back and don't think that if it looks like clickable, it should get clickable, because there is no meaning to have clickable, because this is for visual demo area and all, just for your visual inspection, how you write scenarios and all. So don't think that it always be clickable. Similarly, if you come here, breadcrumb navigation, okay, this is a one way of navigation. Okay, this is just a button, type of button. I'm not going to I did not created any navigation link here. So if we hit on home, it should go on the home page. If we hit on the about, it should go on about page. So for just writing scenario, I've given here, but there is no navigation happening basically. And this is one way of navigation, this is another way of navigation, this is breadcrumb navigation. You know, right, all these things. Okay, it will go from the URL and all. Okay, and so all these things. So please have a look on that, and please provide your comments on my under this chat, and so that I will understand how much this website is useful for you, whether really it will help you to do your automation stuffs and all, or manual testing stuffs and all. And feel free to ping me, and I will be happy if you are using this website for your testing. And please recommend to your friends, those who are in a QA fraternity, for all this, and they are struggling to get one stop shop where you will see all these things and all. Okay. And this is my blog page. So this is a blog page where I'm maintaining different kind of blogs. Okay, so please have a look on that as well. And other than that, since you are on the YouTube channel and this is the first time I'm going to talk about my product. Okay, so this is another product, UI action recorder. I think it is already there on my YouTube. Please go ahead and have a look on that. This page will from here you can get the details of that. So in this video I'm not going to cover this one, but here you can go and watch the recording. You can download that tool from the GitHub. You can see the documentation, other things are there. Okay, so thank you so much for watching me, and feel free to ping me, and thank you so much. Bye.